Macmillan Audio presents The Merchant's War by Charles Stross. Read for you by Kate Redding. One. After the wedding party. The wreckage still smoldered in the wan dawn light, sending a column of grayish-white smoke spiraling into the misty sky above Nivane. Two mounted men surveyed it from a vantage point beside the palace gatehouse.
What a mess. Unavoidable, I think. The best laid plans. Have they found His Majesty yet, Your Grace?
The first speaker shrugged. His horse shuffled, blowing out noisily. The smell of smoke, or possibly the bodies, was making it nervous.
If he was inside the Great Hall, we might never find identifiable remains. That could be a problem. I believe the blast must have far exceeded the plotters' intent. The soldiers found the idiot, though, what was left of him, near chopped in half by the rebels' guns.
It was not a cold morning, and the second speaker wore a heavy riding coat. Nevertheless, he shivered.
If these are the spells the witch families play with, then I think we may conclude that His presumptive Majesty struck not a moment too soon. The Tinkers have become too accustomed to having the crown at their convenience. This could well be our best opportunity to break their grip before they bring damnation to us all.
The first speaker stroked his beard.
That is the direction of my thoughts.
He looked pensive.
I think it behooves us to offer our condolences and our support in his hour of need to His Majesty. A little bird tells me that he is of like mind. Then we should look to our own security. His Lordship of Greifholt has a most efficient levy which I think will prove sufficient to our immediate needs, and for the honor of his grandfather he has to come to our aid. We can count on Lissa, too, and Sootman. For your part? Count me among your party, Your Grace. I think I can contribute.
He paused, thinking.
200? Yes. 200 of horse, certainly, and perhaps more once I've seen to the borders. That will be helpful, Otto. The more you can send, the better, as long as you do not neglect the essentials. We cannot afford to feed the scavengers of whichever kind.
The first speaker shook his head again, looking at the smoking rubble. Stooped figures picked their way through it, inspecting the battlefield for identifiable bodies, their movements as jerky as carrion birds.
But first, an appropriate demonstration of our loyalty is called for.
The Duke of Innsford nudged his horse forward. His companion, Otto, Baron Neuhalle, followed, and behind him, at a discreet distance, the Duke's personal company followed suit. The scale of destruction only became apparent as Innsford rode down the slope towards what had been the summer palace of Nivane.
It really does appear to have been visited by a dragon, he commented, keeping Neuhalle in view. I can see why that story is spreading. Oh, yes. And it came to dinner with His late Majesty and half the witch family's heads of households at his table for the feast, Neuhalle agreed. They'll draw the right conclusion. But what a mess.
He gestured at the wreckage.
Rebuilding the palace will take years, once the immediate task of ensuring that His Majesty's reign is long and untroubled by tinkers and demon traffickers is completed, and I do not believe that will be easy. The old fox will move fast.
Neuhalle broke off, composing his face in an expression of attentive politeness as he reined in his horse.
Otto Neuhalle, to pay his respects to His Majesty.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?